Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good morning everybody. In this video I would like to show you how to calculate the volume of the pyramid and even form a cone. In the last video we just talked about how to calculate the volume of a prism. Now first you need to know what is a prism, and then it was the area of the base times the height of your base. Now here it's almost exactly the same. We even talk about a base and we even talk about the height. But here you also need to multiply it with the factor 1/3. Now first of all, what is a pyramid and what is a cone? On the left side you will find the pyramid, where here is the base of your pyramid. In that case it has a rectangular shape. At the top of your pyramid you will find the apex, and if I make a perpendicular line to the base, there you go, then that's your height of your pyramid. Yeah. In the next slide you will find a formula how to calculate the volume of the pyramid, but very important that you know what the base is and what the height is from your pyramid. If you look on the right side you will find a cone, where the circle of your cone is always your base, and then from your top and then the perpendicular again to your base. Yeah, so it has a 90 degrees angle here. That's your height of your cone. Yeah, so we need to know how to calculate the base of my cone, and that's the circle. It was pi times the radius to the second power. And then of course you need to multiply it by the height, and then of course later multiply by a factor 1/3. Let me just look at the next slide by how to calculate those two different shapes. Now, well, on the left side again, the pyramid, it has a square as a base, so on each length is 3 meters. So this is 3 and that's 3. So to calculate the area of my base, it is 3 times 3. So we already have the area of my base. The height is 2 meters. This is your height. But you still need to multiply it with 1/3. Yeah, so don't forget the 1/3. So this is exactly the same as the prism, area of the base times the height, but here we even need to multiply it with 1/3. Now, if I do that, it's 6 cubic meters. All right. So the next one, then this is your height of your cone, 6 centimeters. There you go. But to calculate the area of that circle, the area of the base, we needed to do pi times the radius, so 2,1 to the second power. So this is your area of your base. Multiplied with the height, multiplied 6, and of course the last part multiplied with 1/3. Doesn't matter if you put the 1/3 in front of it or behind, but don't forget to multiply it with 1/3. Alright, so pi times 2.1 squared times is, in my case, 27, if I round it in 1 decimal places, 7 cubic centimeters, because all the dimensions were in centimeters. Alright, so very important that you know from the cone how to calculate the area of a circle, and very important that you do not forget the units behind your answers. Alright, let me just go on with the next slide because one of the exercises is that you need to get a pyramid inside a cube, like this one. Now, we need to know where is my base, because some of you are thinking that the base is always at the ground, but that's not true, because the base is at the opposite of your apex. Now, if we just look in my drawing, then there's the apex, which means that there is your height of your pyramid, and that height is exactly the same as this line. So we already know that the height is 4 centimeters. Alright, but what is my area of my base? If I just make a sketch of the situation, this is your sketch, it look like, not look like, because this point is exactly in the middle, 2, and that's 2 centimeters. This one is exactly in the middle, 2 and 2. Even this one is in the middle, that one. So there you go. That's your shape. And how to calculate your shape? We can say, wait a second, it is just 4 times 4, so the whole square, but minus those triangles, that one, this one, and that one. So minus 4 times a half times 2 times 2. So that's 16 minus 4 times a half is 2, times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. So 16 minus 8 is 8 square centimeters. So the area of the base is 8 square centimeters. Alright, to calculate the volume of my pyramid, it was 1/3 times the area of my base, so times 8, and times the height, and that was 4. So the answer, and do we need to round to decimal place? We're gonna round it to decimal places, is 10,67 cubic centimeters. Yeah, so that's the answer to calculate the volume of this pyramid. Alright, let me go on with how to do it with a cone. There you go. So we'll find a cone here, and to calculate the volume, it looked like one of the examples. So the volume of my cone, it was 1/3 times the area of my base, so pi times 3 squared, because the radius is 3 centimeters, multiplying with the height, multiply with 11, and that's the answer. So let's put it in my calculator. So pi times 3 squared times 11. So that's 103,67 cubic centimeters. Yeah. So very important, the formula how to calculate the volumes of the pyramid and the cone, that you do not forget the factor 1/3. Which means that if you have a cylinder with the radius of 3 and even the height of 11, if we want to calculate the volume of my cylinder, it was pi times 3 squared times 11, right? So the area of my base, and then times the matching height. But here we just multiplied with 1/3, so it fits 3 times. This one fits 3 times in my cone with the same base and with the same height. Yeah, so that's the difference between a cylinder and the cone. So that was the explanation about the first part of paragraph 8.2. So good luck with the exercises, and if you need some help, please ask me and then I will make a video for you. Good luck with the exercises, guys.